Hey everyone! Welcome to Questions, Comments, and Concerns. We're going to talk about our session. Let's go around and talk to the players.
No, we don't need to do that.
What?
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 No, like, we don't have to introduce ourselves.
Oh.
No,
No,
let's just go around and talk.
talk to
Alright, I love the dungeon stuff, but it was only 2 players. Where were my peeps? I felt very sectioned off once we got into that area.
Because you were.
We were! But I guess I thought it was going to be in and out quick, and it did end up stretching.
Okay.
And feeling like we spent a lot of the session kind of sectioned into little pieces.
I kind of liked that, to be honest. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of split the party up. I know that's one of our rules. It's kind of like, maybe don't split the party. But I thought that it would be kind of a cool, recon, and like it kind of, you get to kind of use things that you don't get to use, like when you use gaseous form.
I very rarely use gaseous
You know, so it's like that.
So
It's
that
kind of
was
like a
cool,
fun thing to do. And I feel kind of bad, Kevin, because I like kind of was like, well, you should go, but then it's like, well, I have the mind of a rat. It's like, I don't know, maybe you're just gonna, you might get caught.
That's fair. I was gonna say, like, I like stuff like this. I just wish I had picked something more active to do during it.
I really liked you guys' like.
Yeah, that was actually
That was a great
that was really good. I wasn't expecting that conversation to happen either. So
I think that was perfect.
that was good. That was a nice interlude, and I'm glad we got to have that
plot
character
line
wise.
got to forward a little bit.
Yes,
I liked that.
I liked that a lot.
Like everybody did something, like moved something forward. And
Right, whether
Yeah.
it was
Well, it was
knowledge.
interesting because, we've split the party before, but usually it's just in town time, right? Where it's like someone goes to the bread shop, someone goes to the whatever,
Right.
And now this is kind of like that, kind of town time, but we're actually doing something. We're actually forwarding something, which is nice. That's what
I think it would have been really interesting if we had all been doing something instead of like
We had one more.
like one of us posted up, because really only you two were actually doing stuff. Like, and Patrick at the beginning, but like then it became Patrick posted up there, Pamela and I sitting around in the room, and you guys exploring. That's not really a criticism of the session. I just think it would be interesting to have all of us
I absolutely agree.
doing something actively at the same time, and maybe we intersect at times, maybe we split apart at
yeah, I
times.
think that'll come when we, whenever we do try to
Maybe next
pull this
session.
Totally,
heist.
yeah, that might be exactly how the heist goes next session. Yeah.
And that was
Or
like,
maybe if you guys, I don't know if you want one more chance to recon, but we can talk about that afterwards.
I honestly, it was kind of like in the moment, it's like, okay, where can I send people to do what?
Yeah.
And that's just kind of what I came up with. So, it's not like I planned like, okay, and then this person's going to go here and all this stuff. It was just like, go check out the sewer entrance. Like, I'm not expecting you to go into the castle, but just check it out, like, see where it goes. And then, like, hey, watch the patrols, know how many, their kind of their movements.
I thought you did a good job in taking on
that's
that.
fine.
You always do a good job taking on kind of the leader role, and and that.
Yeah, I think we needed that.
Yeah.
I need to apologize. I should not have made you make so many climb checks, because that is just statistically, or hide checks to sit up places, because I thought about it after I did it, where it's like, you are competent at hiding. I do not need a hide check from you to hide 50 feet away from people in a tower.
I thought about
You
saying
need a hide
something
check
because
from me,
because
wearing armor.
like I have natural camo, so I can
Yeah.
hide in dim light and darkness,
Yeah.
and I have hollow
You are
bones,
good
so I can,
at this stuff.
Yeah.
So I should not have asked you to make checks, a bunch of checks, where we're just potentially waiting for you to make one bad dice roll.
Yeah.
So that's something that I should not have done. And I caught myself midway through where it was like, when you got that natural one, it's like, wait, why are you that bad at hiding? Because it makes Carl look bad at hiding, and that's not something that he's...
I mean, I liked having stuff to roll for.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's like I wasn't upset about it in any way, but
I think 4 climb checks.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. I mean,
That's-
statistically, it's
one of them's gonna suck.
yeah.
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 And as soon as you fell, I was like, well, of course, like, it should just be 1 with a harder DC
Right.
rather than 4 with a moderate DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
That way you because you're good at that.
That's an interesting
And
point
I'm
for
super
designing
light.
challenges too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the more you throw at them, statistically, the more likely they are to just roll a low number. So.
Right. So if it was like maybe attrition, like you were climbing 100 walls, then it would be like, okay, eventually you're gonna fall down one. But at that point, why are we doing a bunch of checks to climb 100 walls? Like, let's just do one, so you can either be good at it, or we can have some circumstances why you fail at it. So I just wanted.
I mean, I did still like it though, because it was like, I liked that I fell, and that like I set my head to like oh crap, somebody heard me, I gotta hide now, and then. You know, I did like having
the
that.
complications did make it more interesting
Yeah.
than if he had just been awesome.
Yeah, otherwise
and climbed up.
I climbed up and I hid. It's perfect.
Right. I just don't want Ka to look like he's not great at doing that.
Yeah.
Because that's like what he does. Where sometimes it's sort of that thing where like you have the rogue that is constantly making stealth checks. Eventually they're gonna fail one of them.
Right.
And if you fail quite a few of them, it makes you start to look like you're a bad rogue.
But
I don't want to do that.
On the other hand, it's like, I always kind of compare it to a good golfer is someone who hits on the fairway all the time, sinks the putt, bada boom, right? A great golfer is someone who can hit it into the shit and then come back and recover and get onto the green, and then
Another thing that's
that.
I think is interesting is like when he fails that, it's not necessarily Ka being bad at sneaking. It's Ka, maybe something unlucky happens. Maybe
That's what I tried.
Yeah, it's better to like
it was
keep
more
him
like
as just as
slipped
competent
on
as he always
something,
is, and
things I
then
didn't see.
yeah, just have something unlucky. You know, like I thought the dog was a good touch, even though the dog failed its role, and like. But like I thought it was good because it's like, oh, maybe he's not used to hiding from dogs. Maybe the dog maybe he's upwind.
Right.
You know, it's like
Smells chicken dinner.
yeah.
I agree. I think maybe one check for all the climbing with a higher DC might have been
maybe.
an alternate method.
It's an interesting bit of a encounter design theory there.
Why were there people having sex in the basement?
There's a lot of stuff going on in this castle.
Okay.
There's a lot of people, and they're doing a lot of things. And I tried to build this castle with as much life as possible. Like, I'll just talk about that situation in particular. That's the kind of thing where you see him doing that, or you find out that he's doing that, and you blackmail him, or like there's lots of ways.
Or you sneak in and steal his
here.
keys while he's distracted. Or
Exactly.
there's like,
exactly. Or you could have stolen his keys that way, or had someone go in and like that he has if he likes to get with people, and you can set that situation up and lure him down there.
Steal
and
a
knock him
maid
out.
uniform and put Christine in there. That'll go over well.
Right. There's
Yeah.
you can knock him out real easy.
I had planned. I had this major dilemma in this whole part because I had planned to break his kneecaps and interrogate him and then kill him, but then I realized that Rasper's not that anymore.
No.
And so I got like almost to that point, and I was like, oh my god, Rasper can't do this anymore. He can't just like mercilessly break someone's kneecaps and then kill them.
It was cool to see that struggle though.
Yes.
I think it worked out
Because
but
it was
like,
Rasper like going like it was sort of like you knew you were gonna lose if you did the right thing, but you still chose to, which is like again like the ranch timeline, and I talk about this more in my afterwards, but the ranch timeline is people in morally ambiguous situations acting selfishly, where Rasper does the opposite, which is what I define heroics as, which is where in a ambiguous situation you choose to do something selflessly, which results in benefit for the most people overall. But in this case, so this guy got to live. He's not dead.
Yeah.
He would have died had he thrown him out of the tower.
Yeah.
Unconscious dude 300 feet into a puddle of water.
I think like
He's gonna ragdoll.
Yeah.
He's dead. He's toast.
Yeah.
I realized that that was both a character dilemma and my as a player an internal dilemma, that like this guy, while he's probably not like great news being so close to this evil Rasper. Repsar. Oh my
So dumb.
So
It's
stupid.
so dumb, but it's gonna work.
That I just can't off him so easily. Like if he gave me something, I would have, but just like.
Well, that's kind of half the reason why I asked if it was consensual. So it's like, we'd have a reason to be.
Yeah, you're looking for justification to.
Yeah.
We're looking for justice.
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, you just couldn't just kill him. All right. He couldn't
That's
be
good.
practical Rasper anymore.
I'm pleased. I'm pleased with that, because that is how I see Rasper more and more coming to the conclusion that he is kind of a good guy. He's not especially seeing like this is what being bad guy Rasper brings you.
Right.
Yeah.
This world.
But being a bad guy is so
It is.
Yeah, it makes
It
you
is.
really wealthy, and you get to live in a castle with the girl you've loved your whole life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, this is a real.
and everybody respects
a lesson
you.
in real life. Reality, bad guys win.
Nice guys finish wrong.
Well,
Yeah, there you
until
And
heroes from another
Yeah, and,
dimension.
then, and then alternate you shows up and kills you.
I think that's a great note to go out on. Hey, alternate Steven, don't come kill me, or maybe I have to go kill a bad guy
Yeah, I think
Steven somewhere.
Nefest.
Nefest. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow for Afterwards, and you'll see these guys back on Monday for another exciting episode of Threshold: The Return of Rasper Hawkborne. Thanks for watching. Check out the Patreon, and we will see you soon.